Hello everybody, AQ compensation. This is going to be the final video I'm going to do on this. This whole saga has run its course a lot longer than I think a lot of us wanted to. And Kabam are kind of done with it, right? They've wiped their hands with it. And because they've done that, it means that there's been some people that have been missed from this, that have not got what they believe they should have got out of it. And Kabam basically going, no, we're done. We've sent out all we've sent out. That is it. Don't even ask for any more. Got a really interesting situation of facts and info that kind of paint a different story as to like what people should be getting out for it, because a lot of people don't know. So what people got out of it, which you can see here, like some people voted on this little poll here to give people a bit of an idea several days ago, 21st of September, 7 days ago. Never got any compensation message, first of all. Partially got compensation, but not everything was there. And full glory, raid, chess, etc. Full ticket refund. You know, people got a varying different type of percent of what they actually were meant to get out from it. And I was given like, and we're gonna have to like go from now backwards, back in time, to then bring you forward in time as to like some things that have gone right and things that have gone wrong. This is a story of Omega Aegon, but also this is the story that a lot of us have at the moment, or had, because this is all past tense. Kabam are done with compensation now. So Omega Aegon let me know like a whole plethora of things that were interesting with him, his alliance, and of course, as I said, you're experiencing this as well. He got a message from Kabam support because, of course, questioning, you know, what he was meant to get. I can see that you were able to receive the compensation Alliance Quest raid week due to misplaced starting nodes. Those are as follows, which are these you can see on the screen. The tickets which you all got, as well as the potions and such like. Please know that to be eligible for previous week's AQ Rules compensation, you have played Alliance Quest with your current alliance during the week of August 26th and your Alliance raid map compensation. The alliance must have been enlisted in alliance raids for weeks. Everybody is, or a good chunk of alliances, 90%, whatever, are likely to be enlisted or were enlisted in that particular raid that AQ raid that didn't go ahead. Then there's a bit of a follow up to this. Our records show that all eligible alliances have received the Alliance Quest compensation. These items were provided to qualified players via email. If you did not receive the compensation, and that's a big thing, if you don't receive this compensation, this indicates your alliance did not meet the requirements for the specific instances, and we are unable to provide these items. To be eligible, your alliance must have enlisted for alliance raids during week September 2nd and was unable to participate in alliance raid this week, the week of September 9th, due to enlistment issues, which that was pretty much all of us. Again, further to that, his particular alliance was given this here, which we'll go over a red arrow, just to kind of highlight the point if I can grab it. There we go. After careful review, we confirm that your alliance, Spawn of Marvel, did not qualify for the Alliance Raid map compensation. To be eligible, your alliance must have enlisted for Alliance Raids during this week of September and was unable to participate in Alliance Raid the week of September 9th due to enlistment issues based on your alliance history. Although you were enlisted in the Alliance Raids that started September 2nd, you successfully entered and completed the Alliance Raids activated on September 9th. The twist is, and there's a few twists here, he says, our alliance was definitely in raids. They even say we didn't participate, but most guys got the compensation. Especially when they say they did not qualify. The alliance did not qualify for the alliance raid map compensation. I mean, there's further images as well of like claiming what seems to be like a completion, like conqueror raid, like package thing, which is just, I don't know. This whole situation was just so crazy and really disjointed, especially when there's clear evidence of that particular compensation package entering into that particular alliance's, well, stashes. You know, the one that I claimed, but I claimed part of it and I couldn't claim the other part of it, but I still got no raid chest. And by the way, I've given up this situation with trying to go, what am I entitled to? What am I not entitled to? Why didn't I get raid chests when I was under the impression I would be getting raid chests? Other people got more raid chests. Some people were able to get it because you know, I live in the UK, so therefore overnight this would have been people were able to do this quickly, quicker maybe, before it got taken down. Maybe it was taken down in a time frame. I don't know. Like, it's just been so messy and disjointed. And I think maybe the support team don't know what is correct, what is not, and maybe what the scanning side of things is like giving out is, again, a big difference as to going, oh, they scan or kind of provide the data of going, this pinpoints you get this type of compensation, you get that type of compensation, but maybe there's a bit of a disjointed nature to it. Especially when, you know, you receive messages like this, you did not receive this compensation. This indicates your alliance did not meet the requirements for a specific instance and we are unable to provide, oh, if you did not receive the compensation. So of course, as we know, people weren't able to receive it. But then there's clear evidence of participation with timestamps of people being able to get in and do AQ raids. Now this is the burden of proof, isn't it? This is the biggest issue we have with MCOC with stuff. It's like you have to be constantly recording your gameplay. If something goes wrong, to re-entitle yourself to something. I mean, other games are similar. Like, I remember I was trying to get into the Marvel Rivals closed beta test, and I had to go back through about 5 to 6 hours of recordings to kind of prove whether or not I was or wasn't entitled to be part of that particular beta test. And I wasn't, but I had to spend my time to go through it because I wasn't quite sure. But there were some people that did go through all their footage because they recorded and took screenshots, and they were entitled to being part of the beta test. But that's a different game. But I'm just giving you a bit of an example with that one. Anyway, there's plenty of evidence, like, you know, other content creators, similar thing, were able to get in and play. There's plenty to show that they got through a good chunk of it. So look, it is what it is. Again, more timestamps of activity before things were taken down when it comes to compensation and what people were able to get out of it. And again, full evidence of stuff associated with it. It's just such a sticky situation. There's a lot more to Omega's situation and his alliance and everyone else's, really, that have got a mismatch of compensation and no real kind of clarity, except for Command kind of like have ended this and just drawn a line and gone, no, that's it, which is they kind of do the timeline event saying on September 2nd, the first raid week launched with the misplaced starting node. This caused us to cancel the raid to fix the node and restart AQ week on day 2. On day 2, many alliances were unable to enter. Due to this, we decided to cancel raid week in its entirety and refund all raid tickets used to enter raids on both days. Additionally, compensation the prior week's AQ raids was decided to send to impacted players. However, since this was a repeat of the prior week's rewards, to qualify for the specific compensation, you need to have been played AQ with your current alliance for a week before starting August 26th. The next week, on September 9th, tickets were refunded to players who entered raids and previous week, along with general AQ potion energy refill compensation package. I think all of us got that. Raid launched again on this day, but still many alliances weren't able to enter. The raid proceeded to scheduled. However, impacted alliances were enlisted for raids the week of September 2nd and were unable to enter raids the week of September 9th due to enlistment issues. Were determined to receive a compensation package consisting of map rewards, 3 raid chests, crystals, 7-star shards, 6-star shards, gold, catalyst, etc. The raid map, a map compensation, was only sent to players alliances who enlisted for the previous raid and could not properly enlist during the week of September 9th and after re-enlist. Maybe that's where the confusion really lies with what is fair and what is unfair and what is facts and what is whatever this stuff is. On September 18th, the compensation consisted of August 26th AQ rewards was sent out to most qualifying players, and due to a coding error, some items were unable to be claimed. This compensation lived in the stash after the in-game message was removed, and after being fixed Friday, the remaining items were able to be claimed from there. The following week, on September 23rd, a final query was sent out to hit the remaining qualifying players. If you had already claimed the compensation through your stash, you would not have received the second package in the mail. At this point, all compensation has been sent out. And to summarize, there were 4 compensation packages, a general AQ potion refund, raid, previous week's AQ rewards, only applicable to players who participated in a previous week of AQ starting 26th. And 4, raid map rewards, only applicable alliances who were enlisted for first raid and were unenlisted for second on the September 9th were re-enlisted. So that obviously that's the, I think, evidence that we were seeing from Megas, where I think we just quickly looked at it, where it was like he couldn't enlist. I think I've shown that in this video. We understand the frustration around the experience. Rest assured, actively taking steps to minimize these occurrences in the future. So I messaged Kabam because I was like, I didn't receive any raid map rewards. I've not received what I thought that I was getting, and maybe that's where Kabam need to like say, hey, Rich, you think you're getting this, you're actually not. You're actually only meant to get this, because I was like, well, I've not got any of the raid caches. I've not got any of the kind of completion with it, and I've not been able to do. I wasn't able to do AQ raid, so therefore I was under the impression I would get that right there. But maybe I was wrong. But I've not been given a clear line as to go, hey, you're wrong, especially with you, and you were unable to enter raids the week of September 9th to enlistment issues were determined to receive compensation packages. And I'm pretty certain I didn't enter in September 9th, and it was only the next available raid that I was able to enter. Or did I enter? Again, question. It's been such a long time now, and again, I've come to the point of going, if I thought I was able to get something, chances are now I'm not. So, finishing off the situation with, this is crazy, this is weird, and Kabam have said going forward, we'll be devoting resources and matters to ensure we will have proper tools and processes in place to remedy these issues from sufficiently for all parties should they arise again. I mean, this whole situation is just sticky. It's been frustrating, and in some ways I'm glad to see the back of it, because we've got other stuff to be focusing on in the next foreseeable month, and it's just the same thing. Clarity and Kabam are two things that have kind of slipped of late. I don't know what it's, because it's like bugs. It's the consistency around bugs. It's consistency in general. It's figuring out processes of dealing with certain situations. It's trying to find a better way to kind of compensate. It's finding, just kind of like being clear on things, because even now people aren't so clear. And of course, doing support tickets, trying to get clarity on situations. But hey, we move on. Anyway, that's been it on the compensation situation. Do you feel you should be compensated for stuff more? I mean, we've definitely seen it. And I'll see you in the next video. Probably talking about crystal cleansing, and then we're going to move on to some guides of things, because I've got to build them up over the weekend, and I'll probably be out on Monday, I'd say. Anyway, bye.